Alright, so I'm going to play this all the way through. Then I'm going to give you my analysis of what we're looking at. So check it out. Alright, so now I want to pass the ball to Wiseman. And I wind up getting a turnover. Now, I want to touch on something that, just a second, that I've done quite a few videos about, which is sometimes when the game, when the algorithm is registering that you passed the ball, the guy who you're passing the ball to, instead of running in the path that you're trying to lead him to, if you're lead passing him, or even if you're not lead passing him and you're just sitting there, you're just hitting the button and passing the ball, what the game would do is they will force that person who you're passing to take off running, like out of the blue. It's like they'll be running at a regular pace. Then the next thing you know, it's like they get this, like they get yanked in another direction, and it always somehow would be in the direction behind some sort of defender, or in a position where your pass turns into a turnover, right? Which is exactly what happened right here. So Wiseman, I'm directing him to slant in, right? I'm directing him to slant in to get the try to get to the paint. That way, Ben Simmons, he may have to try to guard him, and then we could do some kind of back and forth pass, get in the assist, whatever the case may be. I want him to slash to the paint, right? And that's where I'm leading him to. But the algorithm, because it wants a turnover to happen, like I said, 2K is extremely scripted. When it wants things to happen according to a narrative, it'll make things play out according to how it wants or what it sees fit. So now when I try to pass him the ball, boom, you see he jerks and he goes right. Right? Instead of continuing to the basket, he jerks. You can see the moment where he jerks and he goes all the way right. Right? This is not a lead pass animation. A lead pass, they just fall into the whatever you're directing the pass to, or you're directing them to. This right here is a functionality that they purposefully put in the game to force you to get turnovers, to make you lose the ball. That's why every time it happens, damn near every time it happens, they go behind another defender. They don't just never go to an open space on the floor somewhere. Usually that's not the case. They always go behind a defender and wind up losing the ball. Right? Look at it again. You can tell by how suddenly and abruptly his running direction just cuts off and goes another direction. Right? It wasn't even gradual. It was just automatic. A lot of times it looks a lot worse than this. If you're just in the midst of playing this game, a lot of times for most people who play this, they're not going to notice stuff like this right here. They're just going to play the game. They get a turnover, or they might get pissed off they got a turnover, but they're not understanding that the game rigged that scenario to happen for them to get a turnover. All right? Anyway, peace.